Hi there, my name is Hallam Sullivan. I'm the Reserve Officer for Mere Sandswood for the Lancashire Wildlife Trust. I'm just here today to talk a little bit about the work that we've been doing as part of our Access Mere Sandswood project. I had a lot of questions about the habitat management work that we've been doing, as well as why we're doing what we're doing and how it's going to benefit nature. So where we are at the moment is inside, right in the centre of the reserve here. This is our pine plantation. And this is actually a good example of the areas where we've done the work to improve access here. So as you see behind me on the right here, we have an area of footpath that has been standardised in width. So throughout the reserve, we've taken one of our larger routes and we've decided to standardise and improve the hard standing so that it makes it better for access for visitors. It's made the width better so that the trees are slightly further away from the footpath, allowing for more lighting to improve the habitat as well, and it also means that we're better able to get in and around the reserve with our tools and equipment too, so that we can do more habitat management work in order to improve for nature conservation. One of the major benefits for this work is also the habitat management and the opportunities it creates. So you'll notice as you look at the canopy, there's a lot more areas where light is able to get through the main canopy and down onto the ground. One of the things we do actually manage for in woodlands isn't necessarily trees as individuals, but at light levels within woodlands, because it's where we're able to change and diversify these light levels is where we see the most diversity of fauna and flora growing. So it's these fringes between solid canopy and bare ground and the vegetation that grows between those two. That's where we see the most diversity. A lot of woodland specialists like these fringe habitats. So this area here, we've removed a lot of Rhododendron ponticum. This is an invasive tree species that we find in a lot of native UK woodlands. We've removed it for a couple of reasons. One being that it stops natural native species from using the lower canopies of the woodland. So in areas where ponticum grows, nothing else will grow underneath it. Things like bramble and bracken and other herb vegetation species are actually very important for woodlands and a lot better for wildlife than rhododendron. Another reason for removing it is actually considered quite a high risk for transmitting a number of tree diseases between trees. One of them being Phytophthora morum, which actually transmits from the rhododendron onto other native trees through leaf-on-leaf contact. So anytime there's that contact, there's a chance that we might start seeing that fungal disease coming in and wiping out some of our more precious trees.
We've done a lot of work in this section, haven't we? There's been quite a lot of change. Quite a few trees have come out, but it's all for the greater good, isn't it?
Yes, it's a couple of reasons for doing it. One of them is to benefit the new structure that you see behind us, isn't it? So we recently had to take down a structure for safety reasons, and one of the ways that we were able to get permission to do that was from making sure that the habitat that was taken away was replaced with something equivalent or better. So we know that we had quite a few bats roosting in the tower hide, as it was called.
Yeah, exactly.
And those were in the boxes that were actually on the lower legs. So we had to make sure that we replaced those, but also we decided to try and improve on that. So that's actually what the structure on top is. So this is a purpose-built bat hiding out, isn't it? So as a result of that, then we've also done some habitat work around here as well, haven't we?
Yeah, because the habitat is improved for bats as well. It's not just dense woodland that they have to navigate. You know, they've got some open space that is going to be great for invertebrates, insects, exactly what they're going to be feeding on. You know, we've left linear features like that line of trees over there just for them to use as corridors to move along.
So we stood here in front of the new Rufford hide.
Yeah, the much anticipated. So we know that this has been people's favourites, you know, regular visitors' favourites for a long time, and for good reason, because you can see quite a lot from here. And I know that in the past it's been a regular perching spot for the kingfishers, but sort of looking out, we get a nice sort of open view over the lake here. You can see over the reed bed as well. You can see, potentially if you're lucky, you might even see the odd sort of bittern on occasion, water rail. We've had marsh harrier flying over, coming over from Martinmere and just flying over the reed bed here, and also the regular duck species as well, tufted duck,
Some dabchicks,
shell duck, great crested grebe, little grebe. So there's a lot to see from here, so it's nice to get it back in action.
Yeah, we've got a really good view of the our local cormorant roost as well, haven't we? So you'll notice on the far side of the lake some trees sort of painted white, and that's a really good habitat and roosting area for it's an internationally endangered species, cormorants, aren't they? So having them here, we're very lucky to have good populations that we do. It's also been an opportunity here to look again at the habitat, hasn't it? So we've done a lot of clearance of rhododendron again, trying to open the area up, and just letting natural woodland species come in again.